Hi guys, and welcome to the site. If we haven't met yet, my name's Diane Hockman and I'm going to be guiding you through the world of quick link marketing. You know, I discovered this marketing theory in 2001 when I bought this set, the Cashflow Recruiting Machine from Joe Schroeder, and I built a huge business around the ideas in this book. Now I got to tell you guys, what happens a lot of times is people read this thing, I'll hold it up better, and one of these days I'll show you my old one, my original one that I bought back then, and my original tapes. And a lot of people, they look at it and they go, gosh, it makes so much sense, but for one reason or another they can't put all the pieces of the puzzle together and make it work. And that's what we're going to be doing here on this site on our calls. And I'm hoping in the months to come that we expand this out and teach this to lots and lots of people. So you are the first people to be doing this with me, and this is how I've been able to do what I do. People always laugh and giggle at me because they figured out that I'm not a real big quote-unquote salesperson, yet I'm the #1 salesperson at and the top earner at Starlink Nation. People say, gee Diane, you're not real slick. How is it that you're always in the top recruiting list over at Leaders Club? I'm on the top recruiters list every single month, have been for months on end, and I was often on a top recruiter list over at the company I started with. I was also on a top volume list in my organization at the company I started with. How did I do it? Guys, it's all in the quick link. I discovered very early on through the help of my now good friend and colleague Joe Schroeder that people, if you understand their psychology, if you understand how they think, and by the way, what qualifies you to understand this? You're a person. You think this way too. We all do. You start to learn about the path of least resistance. You start to learn things like people don't want to talk to you until they want to talk to you. And it sounds so simple, yet everybody's being taught to approach people. I lead people through a path of information that gets them to eventually trust me and call me. So we're going to learn quick link. We're going to start from the very, very basic kind of offline quick link. I'm going to show you the first one I built. I'm going to show you how Joe did it originally, and we're going to move into what I call quick link 2.0, which is when you add on all the social media and all these exciting components. But all quick link is, guys, all it is connect the dots. Basically, I have a dot of information here, a dot of information here, a dot of information here, and one over here. And all I do is I send people in and they go right through the little points of information. And if and when they're satisfied, they feel good, they feel safe, that is when they give me a call. Or a lot of them don't want to talk to you so bad that they go and they take out their credit card and they order online without ever talking to you. And I've had that happen time and time again. I wake up virtually every single morning to money in my PayPal account from total and complete strangers. So it works. It works whether you start with the basic one. It works if you expand it out. But the main key is that a quick link it's kind of like a living organism. So it's going to start small and it's going to grow like a baby. You might have 2 or 3 points of information at the beginning, and you're going to keep adding them on and adding them on and adding them on and adding them on. It's like putting additions on your house. You buy a little starter home and then you add on another room and you add on a back deck and you add on this and you add on that. That's what we're going to be working on. So please, 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 I'm going to take you through a process. I'm going to show you stuff. Do not look at what I have today and think that's where you're supposed to be. It's not possible. This particular set of information I've been building for 3 years, guys. 3 years. How could you catch up? You couldn't. What you want to do is make sure that you start with the basics and then you're very consistent. I mean, if there's anything that I could say that is the key to my success, it's probably 2 things really. One is my passion about what I'm doing. You got to have a product that you are passionate about, that you love, whether it's your primary network marketing company, whatever, whether you're working with us at Starlink is your primary, whether my private classroom is the thing that turns you on. You have to have something you love or it won't work. So if you don't have something you love, you got to find one. Take the class, hang out, but you got to have something you love. And you have to be consistent. And that means doing a little bit each and every day. And let me tell you, over time it accumulates. And if you go Google me, you'll see pages and pages and pages and pages and pages of stuff about me. It's not because I'm so whatever. I'm certainly not very computer literate. Everybody who knows me knows it. You'll see as we do classes, I'm not. What it is I'm consistent, and I do something every single day that pushes people into my quick link, pushes them into the information, and keeps them sorting. You got to get people in the hopper for them to pop out at the end. So that's just a basic overview. We're going to get deep into it in our classes, in our teleseminars, in our webinars. And guys, last thing, I'm going to teach you. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not responsible for your doing this. I'm going to show you the concept. Out of this group, there's going to be probably 2 or 3 of you that are going to fly. You're going to discover this. You're going to go, duh, why didn't I think of it? It's so simple. And you're going to fly. And then there's going to be several of you that kind of sit and watch it all go by. Don't let that be you. Make a decision today that you're going to follow along and that you're going to do the steps. You're going to work on yourself every day and you're going to work on your marketing every day. That is the key. And don't expect a miracle, gang. It's not a miracle. It's a mechanism that works. Nobody opens the doors to a business and has a miracle and makes $1 million in a day. But if you build a list, if you get people into your hopper and you start to see results, it's going to take you a couple weeks to see the action because people go in and they're milling around. You're not going to see them all popping out. But once they start popping out, little by little by little, you're going to get excited. And then if you're consistent like I was, what happens is it almost gets to a point where there's so many people coming at you, it's overwhelming. And that, my friends, is a beautiful thing. That's when you become exceptionally attractive. You're so well fed, so paid, that nobody can knock you down. Nobody can tell me this doesn't work. Nobody can tell me Joe Schroeder's concepts and ideas are not the deal. I'm living, walking, breathing proof of it. And Joe is the master, but I am the queen of QuickLink. Come be with me. Let me teach you. Let me show you how simple this can be. Okay, guys, we'll see you in the classes. Take care.